All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Shaden Sharp deserves more respect. This cat is only 19 years old. He's 19 years old currently, which is actually absurd in its own regard. But for some reason, everybody except for Portland Trailblazer fans have forgotten that he was written off. He was simply written off because of why? Oh, he didn't have much tape on him. There was no college tape on Shaden Sharp. Well, first off, he had the poster dunk of the year last night. And we have a tweet here from Usher NBA. If Shaden Sharp played for the Lakers or the Warriors and was having the same exact season he's having for the Blazers, the hype would be absolutely crazy. Now, obviously, if Shaden was struggling, the same narrative would apply. But like for rookies, you're going to do good. You're also going to struggle. Look at Paolo Banchero right now, the clear cut rookie of the year. He is currently struggling. And yeah, honestly, not many people actually at all are talking about that. So, to each their own. But Shaden right now, and I love my Blazers fans. Like, seriously, I love my Blazers fans so much. I pretty much, because I live here in Florida, the Blazers are on like every night at 10 o'clock. It's perfect because it's one of the last games I get to watch. And Damian Lillard is an MVP candidate, but we're here to talk Shane. All right. So he's on a current tear right now, and it's one of those things that aren't going to show up on the stat sheet. Like last night against the Washington Wizards, outside of the poster dunk of the season, he had 14 points, 5 of 9 from the field, 2 of 5 from downtown. He had a rebound, he had an assist. It was kind of a low supporting numbers, but Blazers fans, we're going to just forget about last night, right? The night before against the Los Angeles Lakers, 15 points, 6 of 10 from the field, 3 of 5 from downtown. He had 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals. And then a couple of games ago against the Thunder, he had 13 points, 5 of 8 from the field, 3 of 4 from downtown, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and a block. And just in general, man, it's not just the last 3 games. He is having a very good February month. We've played 8 games so far. If you're the Portland Trail Blazers, he's averaging a career high in minutes as far as month to month splits go. 23 minutes. He's shooting 52% from the field. He's shooting 44% from downtown, averaging about 9.5 points, 3.1 rebounds, an assist and a half, and then about half a steal, half a block. But for players, like in general, take statistics with a grain of salt, but especially guys who are playing around 20 to 23 minutes a night, definitely take that with a grain of salt regardless. It's more so with your eyes. It's the eye test. And obviously that's why we have the tweet here from Brett, because I think he actually covers basketball, but Blazer fans get this. Some of my favorite YouTubers over at Blazers Uprise, shout out to them, they're big Shea guys. And I see the comments, I see the streams, I see what everybody's saying about Shaden Sharp. It's just flying so under the radar, man. It really is. And, I think one thing I'm learning about this team right now is that although Damian Lillard is having an unbelievable season, like it might be the best season he's had in his entire career. I don't have the statistics on hand right now, but he is doing so good. He's playing like a top 3 player in the NBA right now. For the last like month, he's been a top 5 undisputed. You cannot dispute the fact that Damian Lillard has been a top 5 talent in the league for the last month or so. And keep in mind, he was injured not too long ago. So pretty much since he's come back from injury, it's been Dame time every single night. Now, the Blazers in itself it's a tricky situation. I know Jeremy's missed the last couple of games with a concussion. Uh, you just made big time additions in Cam Reddish. He just had a good game last night where he scored a bunch of points. You have Matisse Thybulle, who actually looks awesome in a Trailblazer uniform, and he's been doing awesome. You got rid of Josh Hart. You got rid of Gary Payton, and it makes sense, especially financially, why they would unload him. If we wanted to really dive into Portland Trailblazer talks, I would say this team is trying to evaluate their current talent as far as, all right, like who do we have that we're guaranteed sold on? And next year is the year we're going to make some either big time trades or some big time signings. I'm not quite sure. And I think honestly, a lot of Blazers fans would probably agree with that take. I don't really know what's going on with this team. I heard a quote from Chauncey Billups today, and, you know, basically we're past the halfway mark of the season. We have like what, 24, 23-ish games left in the season. There's not much time left. Now, while the West is wide open, Portland has given up some games that they shouldn't have given up, and they can't stay healthy. It's been a reoccurring theme all season is they can't stay healthy. This team started off hot, and they haven't been able to get into that same consistency from the start of the season. The good news, the silver lining, is Shaden Sharp has this thing called the it factor. And I understand Paulo Banquero's had a phenomenal rookie season. I understand it. He's the clear cut rookie of the year. He's a clear cut Roddy. But for being real here, there is no way in my brain that I see Shaden Sharp not being a top 5 total talent from this year's draft class. And to be honest with you, I think that's extremely like a really safe take. I think that is an extremely safe take. I think more realistically, we're talking a top 3 talent from this past year, 2022 NBA draft class. And Blazer fans, once again, real quick, if you guys enjoy this video, hit the like button, hit that sub button. I post daily NBA content along with some football content. Actually, if you're a Seahawks fan, I post a bunch of Seahawks content, actually, funny enough. But I love talking Blazers on my show and on this channel. I love talking Blazers, and we talked a lot of Blazers this season. If you guys remember it, or if you're new here, I called Portland this year a 50-win team. Unfortunately, injuries were like, they're just kind of laughing in my face saying like, yeah, freaking right. The way the season started, though, there was a very real and realistic opportunity for Portland to win 50 games. It's not looking quite as possible now because we're in like, not a big math guy. I would imagine there is like around 65 to 70% of the season left. All-Star weekend is in 2 days, actually, and that is something Portland's done, and it's something that's going to greatly benefit the Trailblazers. I know pretty much every team benefits from the All-Star break because it's like almost a week of break, but Portland really needs to get healthy. They really do. And, the good news is you have Shaden Sharp, and he does have the it factor. And I don't really care what the statistics say, but he hasn't had a bad even statistical rookie season. And especially this month of February, we're starting to see it correlate onto the stat sheet as opposed to just like, whoa, this guy is like actually super legit. We talked about this all off season. I know a lot of Blazers fans were hoping Shaden was the pick, and that's exactly what ended up happening. And I think a lot of people are pleased with the move. Fortunately, the Blazers season isn't going as planned, but regardless, this is good news. This is just good to see Jeremy Grant's a bucket. Damian Lillard is more than a bucket, and Shaden Sharp looks like, regardless of what happens, although everybody wants to, inevitably win a ring, regardless of what the future holds, at least Portland got Shaden Sharp because this man is an athletic freak, superstar, stud potential, and he's not afraid of anything. So that's it for today. If you guys enjoyed it, hit the like button, hit that sub button for daily NBA content. And if you want more Blazers videos, let me know down below in the comment section.